This is Stock Day. News and interviews from the microcap world. Public information on the OTC, pink sheets, and microcap stocks from around the world. With your host, Everett Jolly.
On today's show, we have a very exciting guest. His name is Steve Smith. He is the CEO of SharkReach Incorporated. They are on the pink sheets, symbol SHRK. Steve, thank you very much for coming on the show. Tell us a little bit about SharkReach and what you guys do out there.
I'm very happy to be on the show and be happy to tell you a little bit about SharkReach. We are what's called an influencer marketing company. And so what we do is we bridge the gap between talent that has a large following on their social networks, such as Instagram, Snapchat, Facebook, and marry that together with brands, mostly Fortune 1000 brands, to do awareness campaigns for their various products.
So in essence, you guys are a media company designed for the new digital world, and you guys believe in trusted brands advertising. Tell us a little bit about that.
We are. Our mission is to be the first publicly traded millennial media company. And what we do, in terms of working with brands, we kind of, it's a tough challenge for brands to work with talent in general. And with the kind of advent of sort of like talent is exploding due to like YouTube stars and people who might just be famous on Instagram and things like that. So it's kind of a nice little dance of helping brands match up kind of in the right way with the talent that is most appropriate for them. And then we have a few examples of success stories. Some of that with the movie studios, such as Universal Pictures.
Can you currently kind of lay out the roadmap for SharkReach and what you guys, what that roadmap is going to look like in the next 12 or 18 months for our listeners?
Absolutely. So what we've done is the world of influencer marketing right now is pretty fragmented, and there are a number of companies that specialize in different verticals within the space. And we are really on an acquisitions path of acquiring a series of those specialized influencer marketing companies to add to our overall public company. And so one of those examples out in the press is the Mobile Media Lab. They are specialized in Instagram. They're the first company ever to do an Instagram sponsored post for a brand. And we are...
Nope.
Go ahead.
I was going to say the Mobile Media, that's one of the companies you guys plan on to acquire here sometime in March. And can you tell us where you guys are at in the negotiations of that and what kind of revenues that might bring to SharkReach in 2016?
Sure. We are. We have a series. We're really shooting for a minimum of 5 acquisitions in the next 18 months within the space. They are really one of the first, and we announced the letter of intent with them a couple of weeks ago. We're going to be closing with them by mid to late March. Their projected revenues for this year is $1.5 million. Last year revenue was around $500,000. So it's a growing, very aggressively growing space. We're really reflecting the change in ad blocking. And overall, across the industry, there's just less inventory for paid media that is because of ad blocking. So this type of opportunity, a lot of new dollars are flowing from television and from other outlets to that area.
Steve, you're absolutely correct. I've been noticing, did a little bit of research myself. This space has increased 750% over last year. Consumers are spending about $5 billion on virtual reality hardware and games. So you guys are in a great spot.
Yeah, it's really exciting. The digital, this is always a hot area, but this particular end of it, in terms of kind of what we've done is embrace the sort of next generation of talent, and we're building really a company that's a good monetization vehicle for them to work with brands and sort of phase two is to be able to do licensed mobile games, such as the things that you see that maybe a Kim Kardashian's doing successfully today. Or she has 4 different games that are out there, and they're all in the top 10 in the App Store. So there's really a lot of opportunity under our what we call our influencer-owned model to do things that really haven't been done before and kind of have a collaborative atmosphere with that kind of the next generation of talent that's kind of taking over the world.
Exactly. So what are, it's funny you bring that up. So what are your main differentiators for influencers marketing and specify to, SharkReach specifically that you guys do that no one else does?
So the biggest thing is, and really the reason we're a public company to start with, is we wanted to put together, I really, my kind of mission was, and my background is heavily in working with talent at major media companies, but I wanted to put together an opportunity for the talent to be more included in the long-term success of the company. So what we did is we changed the game essentially and created an option pool that is for the talent. And so all of our influencers, when they work with us, not only do they get paid for their campaign, but they also receive stock options in the company, and they gain, the longer they're with us, the more options they gain. So they have a direct connection with the company long term, and they stand to benefit from the success of the company overall. And it really adds a high value proposition, and it was really the reason for huge success that we had with the Universal picture for Straight Outta Compton, which was a blowout success.
It was a blowout success. You're absolutely correct. My guest today has been Steve Smith. He's the CEO of SharkReach Inc., ticker symbol SHRK on the OTC Pink Sheets. Speaking of talent, you guys just recently brought a new board member, Eric Pinkleton. Can you tell us a little bit about what he brings to management?
Eric Pilkington is a rock star in the marketing world. He is a new addition to the board, and he was formerly the chief digital officer of McCann, which is one of the big 3 agencies.
Absolutely.
So he's really sort of his role is to help lead us down a path that really matches up to what those big 3 agencies are looking for from a next generation media company, and that's kind of the beauty of having his direct involvement, is because he has been on the other side of the table, and with the world changing drastically, he's a nice combination of both a technology background and media background.
Steve Smith is with us today on Stock Day. He is the CEO of SharkReach. Steve, is there anything that you'd like to talk about that we haven't went over that you might want to get out to the listeners out there?
I would say that just the world of media is changing, and it's changing at a rapid pace. And we are a company that's doing something different than any other company in the space. And the thing that I love to say is that we have other companies in the space that have really great backgrounds that are asking to be able to join in on what we're doing. And so there's going to be some really attractive acquisitions that we announce over the next 18 months that are going to be really high impactful. So pay attention and get excited.
Steve Smith has been our guest today. He is the CEO of SharkReach Inc., ticker symbol SHRK on the pink sheets on the OTC. Steve, thank you for stopping by. We really do appreciate it.
Greatly appreciate it.